So one of the key things about this query is that, this is showing you the snapshot of the shopping items right now. But as we all know, the price can shift, the number of items that's available can shift, and so forth. So there's a bunch of different information here that, we may want to monitor. So this is where the final concept that in my demo today comes into play. It's basically the idea of triggers. You notice, if I'm interested in this question, in the answer to this question now, I'm probably going to be interested in changes to this answer over time. Remember, all these data sources out there change without notification to us. They are external data sources, live data sources, and they change. And how would you know whether a change has happened if it's important to you? If it's important to your decision or to your agent or to your business process in some way, how can I bring that information through TriggerWare back to your agent or to your business process? You notice there's something called convert to trigger here. Any query, pretty much anything you define, if you think that you are interested in changes to it, you can make it into a trigger. So I'm just going to click on this just to show you the dialog. So convert it to a trigger. What happens here is it's giving you a polling interval. The way triggers work is, how often the prices change at Walmart. Maybe you think it's worth, if you're in a tight bidding war with somebody like on eBay or something, maybe you want to have something happening every 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Or if it's something that you think will change daily, you can, this is an interval that's specified in seconds. I'm just going to leave it at 300, which is 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, it's going to look at that query and it will report any changes to it. So the way this works, it will baseline the initial result, the snapshot that you just saw. And after that, it will, every 5 minutes, execute that query. It will find the differences between the current result and the previous result. It'll tell you what was added, what was removed. So let's convert it, just so I can show you what the dialog looks like. I won't get into what the endpoint is. It's a little technical, but the query is sort of important. So this is the prior query that you saw. This is the interval that I have provided, and there is a delivery mechanism. And there are multiple delivery mechanisms we now support. You can deliver to OpenClaw, you can deliver to Discord, you can deliver to through text. And in this case, I'm going to, just to show you what it looks like. So I can go email, colon, and then a comma separated emails for the people that who should be notified. I'm going to disable this query because we don't really know when the Walmart stuff will change relative to the demo. This thing creates the trigger enabled. That means it's actually starting the polling process. I'm going to disable that now, but I wanted to show you that you can actually edit the delivery mechanism to be the email. So D Nielsen, is that your email at gmail.com? Yeah, so something like
Yeah.
that, right? You could save that. And so this trigger now will be automatically executing once you enable it. And Dave and anybody else that he wants to add here, comma separated, all of them will get email notifications. So that is like the basic thing. If you think in terms of workflow automation, an email may not be the most useful thing. So we have something called webhooks, where you can notify this to a URL, and that URL will pick it up and do things with it. This is this endpoint is something that can be used by OpenClaw and others to see if there are changes, and if they have their own polling mechanism, they can detect changes, and all the changes are posted to that particular thing. So I'm going to close this dialog. I've disabled this query, but I wanted to, since we did a nice query about shopping, that's one of the areas where a lot of folks want to see changes. So to show you the triggering process actually working, I'll go to uh, a custom connector. I mean, sorry, one of the connectors that we have to Blue Sky. So I'm going to try to install this one. This is Blue Sky is kind of like Twitter. It's going to, yeah, I mean, oh, I already have this is already installed. I'm in my connector. Sorry about that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to query to see, uh, find posts by, and this is our own Blue Sky handle that contain the word puppies. That we have all kinds of complicated things we do with sentiment analysis and stuff. Your query can be arbitrarily complicated, but just to conclude the demo, I will show you, I want to show you, first of all, this is just a simple query. So it's going to run and it's going to see whether or not it's able to find any uh, posts by TriggerWare social, and there is one. So this is, it mentions the word puppies. I hate soccer, horrible game. Sorry, Dave. Uh, Even with puppies. This is not my true sentiment, by the way. I love soccer. Uh, so just to show you that this is the right data, here we are on the actual TriggerWare Blue Sky social account. And if you go through it, you'll see there's only one message right now that has the word puppies in it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm interested in any mentions of puppies, or maybe we can make it some other criteria, of course. And as I mentioned, we do more complicated stuff with sentiments and so forth. So what I want to do is, here's the save query for the Blue Sky. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to convert it into a trigger. And I will make it 120 seconds every 2 minutes. Okay, go ahead and convert it. And I will edit the delivery mechanism, and I want you guys to tell me your email where you want the notifications to go. So I'll obviously use it.
TriggerWare.ai. Ram at TriggerWare.ai.
Okay, TriggerWare.ai. Ram at TriggerWare.ai. All right. Dave, you want to be told? No?
Yeah. Go ahead and just use the same one, the Gmail.
Okay, so we have 3 different emails that the notification will go to. So I've saved that. This is already running. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here and I'm going to add a few posts. So as fast as possible, I will add, actually, let's just wait to see the first triggering and see whether it gets the initial, because remember, it's going to baseline starting from the current state. So you should see the one. So you should be able to see the one email that that kind of like is the initial state of this. So the query in question is, I mean, the trigger in question is this one, right? So it is already running, and you should be able to see it. So once you see that text, then I'll create the subsequent details of the trying to trigger additional things. So within this was every 2 minutes, so you should be able to shortly see something appear in your email, hopefully. I'm not seeing anything yet. Have you?
No, I don't think it's been 2 minutes though.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, 2 minutes is a long time to wait in a demo. See, this is one of the reasons we set shorter limits, but the problem with that is you have to make all the changes very fast.
So I do see a TriggerWare trigger update.
Okay, you did
And
see
it says added.
Okay, good. That's exactly what it should.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, good. So you see the initial thing there. So let me see if Yeah, for me, for whatever reason, it's not showing up. Maybe it went into my spam.
So why is it coming in that way? I don't know if you've seen the format, Swami.
Yeah, I mean, right now we are sending the raw input. I mean, the raw JSON. It has to be formatted into HTML. You're right. What it'll show typically is, this is something we can discuss. With right now it just shows you the raw output of what the added and removed data is. So to your point, Ram, we have to format that better, and also we want to just bring people back to the platform. We want to provide them a link, which kind of when they look at the thing, it will bring them back to the platform where they can see it. No, someone in email and so forth, right? We just want to give them a formatted HTML formatted thing. Okay, so here, right, just to finish up the demo, and then we can have some open-ended dialogue about this. I'm going to add, something with puppies. Fortunately, we have no followers, so I don't think anybody's going to be alarmed by anything I say here. And, so let me also add something without puppies, just so you know that it's not just letting you know.
By the way, I have become your first follower.
Great. I like the game of soccer. And now, interestingly, right, I'm also going to
By the way, I figured out why you didn't get the email. It's because you misspelled your email address. You put two A's, WAARE.
Well, if I'm going to misspell anybody, I should misspell my own. Okay, so now I removed one of the earlier ones, right? So the next notification you get should have both one was added and one was removed. See if you get that. I'm sorry, I blew the figure. But anyway, so this is the kind of like the finale where, we need to provide some way in which you're making changes and they see it in the trigger. And the exact interval I set for 2 minutes, so you should be able to see it.
Yeah, I already got it. And yeah, it says first it says added, and then it says deleted. So it showed both of those changes.
Yes. And there you go. So that is the totality of the demo. There is one final thing, which is kind of interesting in and of itself. So let me share with you what that is. First, let me just disable this trigger so it's not just running there. I think it's this one. So let's disable that. Some of these APIs don't cost us anything, but we've been burned by forgetting to disable it when it's using Watson sentiment or something, and it keeps running. Okay.
By the way, I just forwarded you the message to your accurate TriggerWare email address, so you could show it on the screen if you want.
Oh, okay. There it is. Yep. Yeah. So to your point, what you'll see in the completed notification, right here, we're just trying to show you get notified. One of the reasons, the email thing was just added and we have to beautify it. What really matters when you're notifying, right, is like this alert should go to an agent or to a program, RAM. And programs, agents, much more, obviously they prefer the JSON format, not the HTML.